skills. Yeah.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheels. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving that soldier chill. My jewelry the cold is chill. Story treacherous, I effortlessly show skills. Yeah, let's go. Get first off the edge like I don't know no fear. See that pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, this way, right before the deal.
I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rain, snow, sleet, hell. Keep it on me 'cause my name ring bells. People see me and can't help themselves. See me and themselves. I wouldn't wanna be anybody else. I never used to think I'd be a magazine cover. They keep on trying to find new ways to push my buttons. I came out of the jungle where it rained and it thunder, but I bring the heat like the summer. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rain, snow, sleet, hell. Every day I work my thumb, I don't get to take off. A hater get up, I'm ready like lift off. I never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long, I'm always beating the odds. Taking all these trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live, I don't know what deep mad for. I just signed a deal and got a really big bag for it. Still at your mama crib and getting money, you gotta ask for it. Tired of complaining, I got up and changed my situation. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day take, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it, ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light. Go!
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. Set to go in a rematch of what would come to be known later as the first Super Bowl. The Chiefs and Packers are underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rodgers nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Rodgers now to throw. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Throwing is Rodgers. And he finds Jimmy Graham. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory right at the 40. They go back to the ground with Jones. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 17-yard line. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in with the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out. Mahomes now to throw. He'll buy some time right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 39, Mahomes, Preston Smith. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Sliding out of the pocket. He is going to find Hill here. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams taking it in as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And an alley to run. 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 63 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. The business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Williams. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. It's Williams on the catch. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Flushed out right. That one complete to Hill. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
43, 15.
First and 10.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Flush to his right. It's Hill, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. To throw, it's Mahomes. Got his man, it's Williams. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Here's second and goal operating from the 8-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Yellow. I go Willie.
Let's go, D.
On second down, Williams. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Throwing is Mahomes on third, eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Now here's Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Yellow. I go on, Yellow.
Check.
On first down, Mahomes flushed out right. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Not that time for Watkins. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
65.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Rodgers. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does. Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Packers. Jamal Williams, 68 yards. As his guys are back within a single score. Crosby connects on the extra point. We're back now in KC. Where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Crosby on now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. He's got the hook up to Lazard. The 20. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 41 yards. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They'll roll him out right, and that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Again, he was looking for Devontae Adams. To throw, it's Rodgers. And now it's 4th down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. Past the 20. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll look to throw. This is caught by Williams. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7, escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ballgame. They'll buy some time right. They'll try and run it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes on target there to Hill. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Flushed out right. Gets this one to Hill. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Packers pick it up. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 50. And they will finally get him as he's...
Good game.